Godzilla isn't just a monster movie. It's one of the longest-running franchises in cinema history. Born from post-war fear and nuclear anxiety, it's evolved into everything from political allegory to pure popcorn chaos. With 38 films across the past 7 decades, how do you even begin to rank them? In this countdown, we're breaking down the top 10 Godzilla movies, the most iconic, influential, and flat-out unforgettable entries that shaped a legend. Top 10 Godzilla movies, ranked. Number 10, Godzilla vs. Destroyer, 1995. Released in 1995, Godzilla vs. Destroyer was designed as the final film in the Heisei era. It features Godzilla in meltdown mode, his body overloaded with nuclear energy. If he explodes, he could trigger a global catastrophe. The villain, Destroyer, is created from the Oxygen Destroyer, the same device that killed the original Godzilla in 1954. It's a direct connection to the franchise's roots, and the film uses that to raise the stakes. The special effects team had only 6 weeks to build miniatures and effect shots. The burning Godzilla suit was so hot, the suit actor collapsed multiple times during filming. Despite the rushed production, the film delivers some of the most ambitious visuals of the series. Akira Ifukube returned to compose the score. He considered it his best work on the franchise, and it plays a major role in setting the tone of the film. It also brings back Miki Saigusa, the recurring psychic character, and introduces Kenkichi Yamane, the grandson of Dr. Yamane from the original film. These callbacks help frame the movie as a generational conclusion. The film ends with Godzilla's death, but his energy passes on to Godzilla Jr., suggesting a continuation rather than a reboot. Fans praise the emotional weight of the final scene and still regard Destroyer as one of the most fearsome kaiju ever created. Number 9, Mothra vs. Godzilla, 1964. Released in 1964, Mothra vs. Godzilla is the 4th film in the franchise and the last time Godzilla is portrayed as a straight-up villain in the Showa era. The plot is simple. A giant egg washes ashore. A greedy businessman wants to turn it into a tourist trap. Mothra's tiny priestesses show up, ask for it back. They're ignored. Godzilla arrives and makes things worse. Mothra steps in. The movie focuses heavily on themes of greed, corruption, and environmental fallout. Critics still point to it as one of the best blends of message and monster spectacle in the franchise. The effects work was a step up from earlier entries. Godzilla's suit was redesigned to allow more motion. Mothra's wingspan was over 15 feet wide. Both were filmed with practical effects, often in the same shot, which was rare for the time. The score, by Akira Ifukube, combines Godzilla's theme with a reworked version of Mothra's chant from her standalone film. That layering gives the final battle an emotional weight most kaiju films don't reach. Number 8, Godzilla 2014. Godzilla 2014 launched the MonsterVerse and marked Hollywood's first serious take on the character since 1998. It opens with a nuclear cover-up in Japan, a missing scientist, and a pair of ancient parasites called Mutos waking up. Godzilla isn't the threat, he's the response. Gareth Edwards directs the film like a disaster movie. The camera stays low, city streets, collapsing airports, panicked crowds. The monster scale is grounded, and that realism makes an impact. Godzilla's redesign pulls from bears, lizards, and birds of prey. At 355 feet tall, this was the biggest version at the time. The fight choreography is slow, heavy, and physical, more like wrestling than fast-paced action. Critics praise the visuals and tone, but Godzilla's screen time is limited to about 8 minutes total, and the human story didn't land for everyone. It earned $529 million worldwide and set up the entire MonsterVerse. On Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a 76% critic score. It's not the most explosive entry, but it reintroduced Godzilla as a serious cinematic force and gave the franchise back its weight. Number 7, Godzilla vs. Kong, 2021. Godzilla vs. Kong dropped in 2021 and gave fans exactly what the title promised. The plot sends Kong into Hollow Earth to unlock a new power source. Meanwhile, Godzilla's on a global rampage. The two finally collide in Hong Kong for a neon-lit city-leveling showdown. Visually, it leans into bold colors and stylized lighting. The fights are fast, clear, and well choreographed. Every punch lands with weight. Every set piece is built to show scale. Critics gave it a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences rated it the highest in the MonsterVerse with an A cinema score. It made nearly $470 million worldwide, even with a limited theatrical run. The story doesn't aim high, and the human characters mostly stay out of the way. But for pure monster spectacle, this is one of the most rewatchable films in the franchise. Number 6, Godzilla, King of Monsters, 2019. King of the Monsters came out in 2019 and dialed the Monsterverse all the way up. This time, it's not just Godzilla. Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra, they're all here. Monarch activates the Orca device, the Titans wake up, and global destruction follows. Godzilla returns to reassert dominance. The monster designs are faithful to Toho's originals, but built for scale. Ghidorah's heads move independently. Rodan erupts out of a volcano. Mothra glows with bioluminescent wings. The soundtrack, by Bear McCreary, blends Ifukube's original themes with new orchestral work. It's loud, dramatic, and hits hard in the final act. Critics didn't love the script or pacing. It sits at 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, but fans showed up. Audience score is 83%. Visually, it's one of the most ambitious films in the series. Box office returns hit $387 million worldwide. Not a flop, but short of expectations. Still, for kaiju fans, this is a high point, a monster-packed showcase with deep respect for the legacy. Number 5, Godzilla x Kong. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire dropped in 2024 and became the highest-grossing Godzilla movie ever, with over $570 million worldwide. This one teams up Godzilla and Kong against a new threat from deep inside the Hollow Earth. The enemy is Scar King, a warlord titan with control over an energy-draining creature called Shimo. The stakes are massive, and the visuals lean all the way into it. The action is fast, clean, and built for scale. Kong's got a mech arm upgrade, Godzilla absorbs radiation from the Colosseum, their final battle in Rio is all destruction and dominance. Adam Wingard returns to direct. Junkie XL scores it with heavy synths and tribal drums. The tone is pulpy, loud, and proud of it. Critics were mixed, but fans showed up. The film hit #1 worldwide and scored well with general audiences. On IMDb, it's sitting at 6.0, with most praise going to the monster scenes. It's not subtle. It's not trying to be. This is big screen kaiju entertainment, turned all the way up. Number 4, Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Godzilla Tokyo SOS came out in 2003 as a direct sequel to Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. It brings back Kiryu, the mechanical Godzilla, to face off alongside Mothra against the original Godzilla. The film sticks close to the classic Toho style, mixing giant monster battles with human drama and callbacks to earlier Godzilla movies. It did well in Japan, making around $10.7 million. Critics liked it more than many other entries, with an 80% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Fans appreciated the return of familiar monsters and the tight fight choreography. It's a solid kaiju film that honors the franchise's roots while pushing the story forward. Number 3, GMK. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah: Giant Monsters All-Out Attack, or GMK, was released in 2001 as the 26th film in the Godzilla franchise and part of the Millennium series. Unlike most entries, it acts as a direct sequel to the original 1954 Godzilla, ignoring the continuity of other films. This version of Godzilla is notably darker and more menacing. The film presents Godzilla as a supernatural force, possessed by the souls of those who died during World War II. This gives the monster a haunting presence and a deeper connection to Japan's wartime past. To counter Godzilla, the film brings back 3 guardian monsters: Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Baragon. Each represents a natural element: air, sea, and earth, and they unite to stop Godzilla's rampage and restore balance. GMK received positive reviews for its impressive special effects and well-choreographed monster battles. The soundtrack, composed by Kao Otani, enhances the film's intense and ominous tone. For viewers who want a Godzilla movie with depth, atmosphere, and action, GMK delivers on all fronts. Number 2, Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla came out in 2016 and rebooted the Godzilla franchise with a fresh, modern approach. Directed by Hideaki Anno and Shinji Higuchi, it tells a story of a giant creature that suddenly appears in Tokyo Bay and rapidly evolves, causing massive destruction. The film focuses heavily on the government's response, showing the chaos and bureaucracy involved in dealing with the crisis of this scale. The evolving nature of Godzilla adds a unique twist, making it unpredictable and more dangerous as the story progresses. Critics gave it strong reviews with an 86% score on Rotten Tomatoes. It also won Best Picture at Japan's Academy Film Prize and took home 7 awards in total. At the box office, it earned around $78 million worldwide, proving audiences connected with its serious tone and political themes. Shin Godzilla stands out for blending thrilling monster action with sharp social commentary, making it a must-watch for anyone interested in a smarter Godzilla film.
Number 1. Godzilla Minus One.
Godzilla Minus One came out in 2023 and marks the 37th film in the Godzilla franchise. Directed by Takashi Yamazaki, it takes the series back to its roots with a dark, post-war setting. The story follows survivors in Japan's devastated landscape, facing a new Godzilla that emerges during their recovery. The film balances intense kaiju action with human drama, exploring themes like trauma, guilt, and the long shadows of war. It's not just about destruction, it's about what comes after. Critics loved it. It holds a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and the visuals earned it the first ever Oscar for a Godzilla movie. That's a huge milestone. The effects are top tier, the story hits hard, and the atmosphere feels authentic to the original 1954 vision, but updated for modern audiences. If you want a Godzilla film that's both powerful and thoughtful, Godzilla Minus One is definitely the pick.
That's our countdown of the top 10 Godzilla movies. Whether you're here for the monster battles, the history, or the deeper stories behind the beast, these films show why Godzilla remains king after all these years. Which Godzilla movie is your favorite? Drop a comment and let us know. And if you enjoyed this list, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a countdown. We've got more epic lists coming your way, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.